Hello once again, class. In this video, I am going to talk to you about subject complements. So we talked about the objects that we find in the sentence, and we know that the direct objects, indirect objects, and retained objects are the objects, and we find them when we have a transitive verb. And now we are going to talk about subject complements. So a subject complement can be found in the very same way in which you find a direct object, by asking the question what or whom after the verb. Remember, that is very important. I keep insisting on this. You gotta ask the question right after the verb, because if you ask the question in some other place, in some other position, it is very likely that you are going to get an answer, but that answer is not going to be a subject complement. So you may be saying right now, what? So if it answers the question what or who or whom after the verb, what is the difference between a direct object and a subject complement? It's the same thing. Well, relax, take it easy, don't worry. See, a direct object happens with a transitive verb, right? You need a transitive verb to have a direct object. And to have a subject complement, you need another kind of verb. You need a linking verb. What is a linking verb? Well, a linking verb is a sort of verb that reflects back to the subject. It is telling you something about the subject. The most common linking verb is verb to be. And of course, we have more linking verbs, but the one that we normally use, or the one that we are familiar with, is verb to be. Now pay attention, verb to be as a principal verb, right? Not as an auxiliary verb. Remember that verb to be can also be an auxiliary verb for continuous forms. It can be an auxiliary verb for passive voice, right? Now, besides verb to be, we have verbs like become, remain, get, grow, even go. Idiomatically, we can use the verb go. And what's the deal with these verbs? Look, you may be thinking, no, but the verb get is a transitive verb, and the verb go is intransitive, and the verb grow is a transitive verb too. Well, you see, think about the verb become, yes? If the verb get, grow, or go mean, if these verbs mean become, then they are linking verbs. If I say, for example, Margarita got mad, it's the same as if I said Margarita became mad. Marcus is turning red. Turn is another verb that we can use as a linking verb if it means become, right? Marcus is turning red. Marcus is becoming red. The people are growing impatient. The people are growing impatient. The people are becoming impatient. So they are also, these verbs are also used as linking verbs in this case. It's about the meaning of the verb. Because if I say something like, I am growing some, I don't know, some chili, well, not chili, let me change that. I am growing some vegetables in my garden. I am growing some vegetables in my garden. I am becoming some vegetables in my garden. No, that doesn't make sense, right? I'm not becoming vegetables. In this case, the verb grow is not a linking verb. The same as get. If I say, I got a nice bike. I got a nice bike. Does that sentence mean I became a nice bike? No way, right? That means I obtained, I secured, right? I obtained a nice bike. So it's different. It's about the meaning. So these verbs, these particular verbs, grow, get, turn, they tend to depend on the meaning. They have to mean become. We have the verb remain too. This is not a verb that has to mean become. And we have a couple more that right now I don't see the point in telling them right now, but you can check them in the lesson. In the lesson you can see a list of linking verbs that is going to be more useful for you to know more about these verbs. Now, let's I'm having some issues here. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the subject complement. A subject complement, we are going to divide it, okay? We are going to divide a subject complement into two categories. We are going to divide the subject complement in predicate nominative or in a predicate adjective, okay? So a subject complement is going to be a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. And I want you to pay attention to this word subject complement, right? It complements the subject. The predicate nominative complements the subject. The predicate adjective complements the subject, okay? They are not different things. They are like specific classes of subject complements, right? But they are still going to complement the subject. And what do I mean by complement? Well, put it simply, a subject complement renames or describes the subject. That's what a subject complement does. It renames or describes the subject. Now, pay attention to the predicate nominative. A predicate nominative has a noun as its central word. Imagine that it's a phrase. Remember, we talked about phrases in the previous content that we studied in the parts of speech. When we have a phrase, and if the central word is a noun, because the other words are working to modify it, then we say that the head is a noun. The central word is a noun. See this example. They are very difficult people. Now check this out. Very difficult people. They are what? Very difficult people. Direct object, teacher. No, it's not a direct object because you have a linking verb. And also realize, who are very difficult people? They are. I am renaming them. And how do I know it's a predicate nominative? Well, check. Very is modifying difficult. This is an adverb, right? An adverb of degree modifying difficult, and difficult is an adjective that is modifying people, right? So this whole phrase has as its central element the word people. So I say this is a predicate nominative. Yeah, I get it, but renaming, really? Yeah, it's not like you're going to give another name. It's not a legal process, right? But it's another way to know the subject. Consider this. Barack Obama was a great president of the United States. Barack Obama was a great president of the United States. Barack Obama was what? A great president of the United States. Who was a great president of the United States? Barack Obama. They are the same person. So they are the predicate nominative actually renames the subject. I could even change the elements and say and take the predicate nominative to the subject position, and then the subject is going to become the predicate nominative. A great president of the United States was Barack Obama. See? It's the same thing. Now, the predicate adjective, as you may have figured out, has as its head, as its central word, an adjective. And what a predicate adjective does is, as I am sure you figured out already, is to describe the subject. This is extremely unhealthy. Extremely unhealthy is answering the question what? This is what? Extremely unhealthy. So, extremely is an adverb. As you see, this ending is telling us that this word is most likely an adverb. There are very few adjectives that end in ly. The only one that comes to my mind right now is the adjective friendly. But most of the words that end in ly are adverbs of manner. So this adverb is modifying unhealthy. This is extremely unhealthy. This is giving a description of whatever this is. Another example. Pamela is quite beautiful. Pamela is quite beautiful. Am I describing Pamela or not? Yes, most definitely I am. Pamela is quite beautiful. Let's change the verb. Let's not use verb to be. Jorge became mad at his cousins. Jorge became mad at his cousins. Jorge became what? Mad at his cousins. So mad is an adjective. Mad at his cousins is actually the predicate adjective in this case. If I use the verb grow, for example, if you want me to use the verb grow, I can say the children are growing impertinent. You see, maybe they are asking too many questions, right? The children are growing impertinent. The children are becoming impertinent. Yes, the children are growing what? Impertinent. It's a quality that is describing the children. Turn, let's use turn. Manuel is turning blue. Help him. Manuel is turning blue. Help him. Maybe Manuel is choking with some food, right? And you need to perform this procedure. Oh my God, I have forgotten the word. Well, you know, when you get behind the person and you push at their stomach so that they can expel whatever that is in their throats. Anyway, Manuel is turning blue. Help him. Manuel is turning what? Blue. He is becoming blue. And that is basically the distinction between a predicate adjective and a predicate nominative. Both are subject complements. Remember, the subject complements answers the question what or whom, and but they only happen with linking verbs, not with a transitive verb. And that's going to be the explanation for predicate nominatives and predicate adjectives, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.